Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of A and B to C. On this Halloween special, we will be doing something slightly different. But before we explain what that is, I just want to introduce you to my fellow co-host, Adrian. Adrian, sir, how have you been?
Yeah, not bad, not bad. Yeah, getting back into the swing of things. Started training again, so which is good after my little layoff with sickness. And yeah, just
I was going to say
enjoy
that
life again.
that sickness took you out for a while, didn't it?
Like two-ish weeks I couldn't go training.
Just realised that.
Terrible, man. I know.
I was going to say because I bet you half of that was just excuse.
I don't want to get people sick, innit? You know what I mean? I don't
Sure,
preserve people, you know. I don't.
sure, you did it for the kindness of your heart. I love it.
I did, of course. I always do.
Mm. Okay, cool. So, guys, for those who are not aware, this is going to be a bit of a Halloween special. We never tried this before. So, we've been working away in the back end. When I say the back end, I meant the well, in the rafters. So, I put together a little surprise. We are going to have a online kind of Dungeons and Dragons adventure. So in ChatGPT, they have these features called GPTs, and I created one to dynamically generate a scenario that Adrian will survive. I will be the dungeon master, and Adrian will be the person who's running the gauntlet. Just realized how unprofessional of me. My phone just went off. So what we'll be doing is I'll have some 20-sided die and I will roll that on Adrian's behalf. I will read out and narrate the story, and Adrian will have to make the decisions to try and survive this nightmare fever. So before we jump into that, what have you been playing? That's what I'm interested in.
Been playing. Apart from Ghost of Yotai again, I went back to the Birth of the Federation. I thought I'd give that a spin again.
Ooh, that's a classic. So,
Mm.
it's just tell the audience what that is.
A Star Trek game based on the five main races of Cardassians, Romulans, Federation, Klingons, and Ferengi. It's a
I
turn-based
would
strategy
see,
game,
see,
and it's
I
very
don't,
in-depth.
I wouldn't call the Ferengi a main race.
And that's in this is one of the main races, isn't it? So
Yeah, but it's like back then, like, because like, do you know this? Do you know the history of why the Ferengi exist?
I don't know why, but
They were supposed to be the big bad. They were supposed to be the big bad guys in Next Generation. But that's why when you see that first episode of the encounter with the Ferengi, they look
mhm.
more feral and more kind of impish in nature. And what it happened was no one was scared of them. So the ratings came back and they go, oh, this ain't going to cut it. So they were supposed to be like this kind of, menacing threat to the Federation.
Mhm.
And it just didn't play off. So that's why you got the Borg after. There you go.
That makes sense. The Ferengi are pretty entertaining. I can see they why to be bad guys, but it's more like of a
I
economic type of thing. So it's like,
Yeah, that's the
yeah.
issue with the Ferengi. They don't have kind of a vast territory. Like
Mm.
if you look at Ferenginar as a whole, like, and you never see any sort of kind of military, if you know what I mean. Like, there's
Yeah.
never you never seen like a fleet of Ferengi ships. Well, I've never seen a fleet of Ferengi ships, but they were they did have skirmishes with the Federation early on, and that's where you got the whole kind of Picard thing with the Ferengi. After I don't know, it turned into a bit of a weird storyline with the Ferengi in Next Gen. I just, I don't consider them a main threat. They're kind of like the Breen.
It's just they're about
Yeah, that's what I mean. They can't.
they're always up to something, but it's not like I don't know. They try and scam me at something, not more like, oh yeah, we'll kill
I
everyone and
mean,
everything.
in Star Trek Online, is there? There is no Ferengi faction, is there? Can you even play a Ferengi? No, I don't know. I don't
I'm
know.
not sure. Maybe, but like I know you can get like a Ferengi ship or two, but it's nothing like
Yeah, I love.
dramatic.
Yeah, I like the Ferengi design. It's just pretty cool. But aside from the tech, I mean, they're not that good. Like, they're all right. As races go, they're okay.
They know how
Support.
to make money. I know that.
Well, yeah. I mean, you got some great. You had some great characters out of Ferengi. I love Quark and Rom from DS9. But anyways, right?
Mm.
I digress. Let's jump straight into it. Okay, so well, before we do that as well, I've been playing a lot of Arc Raiders. Arc Raiders
Okay.
right now is so good. The moment to moment gameplay in that is just ridiculous. The amount of people I beg, please don't kill me. I have nothing. It's just awesome. The proximity chat's amazing. So I got like a 20. No, I think I got a 15 button mouse, and I use
15.
yeah,
There you go.
it's an MMO mouse. So I got all these different side buttons, but I've linked them into kind of like proximity chat and all this other stuff, right? So now that when I need to chat, I can do it immediately and just beg for mercy. I don't have the reflexes of a 20-year-old to be playing FPSs on a keyboard and mouse, dude. Like the hand-eye coordination is shot when you get to my age. The hand-eye coordination goes, man. It's a young man's game. But there's
How
one
am I
thing
supposed to be easier on mouse anyway? A
but there's
keyboard and
but
mouse.
there's one thing I'm really good at:
What's that?
scavenging and surviving. So I know how to loot. I know how to loot and run.
Well, if you survive, you survive. That's the main, that's the main thing.
Yeah, the funny thing is, right? So the extraction points, when you reach them, you have to press a button to call in this kind of elevator that
Mhm.
kind of like detracts the door. And during that time, it's a bit of a, I don't know, it's a bit of a. Oh, I realised my game's too high. Let me turn that down a minute. Yeah, it's a bit of a gamble because when you
Mhm.
do that, it alerts all these different arcs, and arcs are these kind of machines that kind of go around. Well, it's kind of monitors the sky and try and pick you off, but you alert them. So what I do is I set it off and I just wait till someone tries to do the first run, because the first person that runs in will aggro it,
Yeah.
and then I've just run in after. Yeah,
Oh, I
it's quite.
wonder where you got that from.
Yeah, dude, you should play it. Oh man, you should play it.
That sounds like the old days of what's it, Final Fantasy 11 when you had to run all the way to the zone getting chased by mobs.
Oh god, yeah, it's kind of like that. It really does. It's such a beautiful game as well. So like, there's
Yeah, I need to get on it.
cool. All right, now guys, we are going to jump straight into it. So I've set up some special lighting for this. So let me activate the special lights.
Okay.
Wait, that ain't it. That ain't it. I turned them off.
Oh,
Wait, well, why is it turned off? Oh, why they turned up too high? Now, let's see. We want something a little bit more ominous, sci-fi, eerie.
ooh.
A little bit Star Trekky, I'll say. I think that's it. Turn the intensity up. Get those blues. Yes. All right. Now, well, why has it done that? Sorry. Wait. I will get this. I will sort this out. Bear with me for 1 second. There we go. All right. Now, just set the mood a bit. All right. So, Adrian, sir, are you ready for the dungeon run?
Not sure, but we'll give it a go.
All right. So, let me start the game. Uh, so, have you ever played a D&D adventure before?
No. I've seen things of it, but I haven't really played it myself.
All right. So, let me give you a quick high-level overview of what this is. So, I will say, okay. So, it's loading up. So, This it hasn't got a title. Let's call it Ship Down, right?
Okay.
Ship Down is a dark sci-fi horror RPG set in a derelict space vessel, quarantine colonies and corrupted AI networks. Think Alien, Dead Space, Event Horizon, but interactive, procedural, and adaptive to your choices. Humanity's reach into deep space has outpaced its control. AI systems malfunction, containment fails, and something begins to rewrite reality from within the data itself. Your crew is dispatched to investigate, but as systems decay and sanity erodes, survival becomes secondary to one question: what is rewriting the code of existence itself? The core mechanics of this game is that it's a narrative driven AI
Mm-hmm.
acts as your dungeon master, narrating the world and consequences. But I will voice, obviously, the AI model, but I'm pretty sure
Mm-hmm.
ChatGPT could do it too. However, I want to kind of give you a bit of explanation in between.
Mm-hmm.
There's a D20 resolution system, and this is just a 20 die that you roll when making critical decisions. After you declare an action, you, the player, will roll a 20-sided die and report the result. 1 to 9 is failure, which will
Mm-hmm.
cause harm, fear, or corruption spreads. 10 to 15 is partial success, progress with consequences. 16 to 20 is basically a clean advantageous outcome. High tension mode, resource scarcity, physiological stress, and escalating AI interference. So, no easy wins, even success has a cost. You're going to be given several roles, and we'll explain what they are just very quickly. What they are: you're going to have recon specialist, you could be an engineer, a xenobiologist, a security officer, or an android unit. Each has kind of pros and cons, uh,
Mm-hmm.
weaknesses, and personal objectives, and we'll let you question what they are. The gameplay flow is going to be very simple. I'll set up the scene and describe the environment, the visuals, the sounds, the threats. Player decisions will be done by you. So you declare your action or responses. There'll be
Mm-hmm.
dice rolled, and then we'll narrate the resolution. And then as you progress and you decide, I will feed the AI model your choices,
Mm-hmm.
and then I will relay what your options are back to you. The kind of tone we set for this is try to be as much sci-fi and horror as possible. So we're going to cram it down your neck. Okay. So
Okay.
let's start the game. So you ready? Are you prepped? Are you psyched?
What's the rules again?
Oh no, we'll explain. We'll explain.
Okay, you're gonna go for it. Okay, yeah,
Yep.
then yeah, let's go.
Okay.
Oh,
So
investigate this.
I set your difficulty to high, by the way. So there are different difficulty settings. No, because I was playing this in the car. I was playing. The
Yeah,
great thing is, right? I was playing this in a car through the actual narration of ChatGPT, and it was
yeah.
so fun. Like I ended up driving an extra 20 minutes just to complete my game before I picked up my kid. Yeah, look, I'm not. It's all right. The kid was with my mother-in-law. It's fine, right?
Oh, without context, that sounds so bad.
Yeah, out of context, it's horrendous. It's negligence. All right. No. All right. Zone in, Adrian. Zone
Okay,
in.
okay, let's
All
lock
right.
in.
Zone in.
Let's lock in.
Lock in. Okay. So the Raven's Lament. So the ship's called the Raven's Lament. Drifts
Mm-hmm.
silently besides the corpse of the Icarus Rain, a research ship 3 kilometers long. Its hull cracked open like bone under pressure. Lightning from Kepler 91b's atmosphere flares across its surface, illuminating shattered observation domes and drifting debris fields, lab equipment, loose cables, frozen droplets of blood. Inside your vessel, the airlock hums with static. Your suit seals engage. Your visor fogs for a brief moment, then clears to a soft blue glow of your HUD. The docking bridge extends with a mechanical groan, magnetizing against the torn airlock of the derelict. The Raven's onboard the Raven's onboard AI whispers in your ear, "Warning, biosignatures detected aboard the Icarus Rain. Probability of human origin 6%. The light over the hatch turns green. The door is ready to cycle. But before we breach into the airlock, you need to choose your class. So, you have a recon specialist called Vega. He has the abilities of he's got the traits of silent, observant, trained in stealth and survival. You then have Engineer Holt, mechanical genius, knows how to keep machines alive long after they should have died. You have Dr. Elara Voss, xenobiologist, drawn to the unknown, has seen things she shouldn't have. You also have Security Officer Rourke, armed, and haunted. Then you have Android Unit K7, synthetic operative with fragmented memory and unpredictable systems. Who are you going to be in this adventure?
The recon specialist is basically stealth.
Stealth and survival.
Stealth and survival. Engineer can use machines long after they're not supposed
do you want an equipment breakdown to see what they have before you start?
Yeah, go on.
Okay.
What's it? Marine. You seen? I just can see.
Okay. So, recon specialist Vega. His role is obviously stealth and reconnaissance. His armor, light composite suit, silent movement, minor ballistic protection. His weapons are suppressed PDW-9 compact SMG, a combat knife. You have an OptiVis scanner which detects movement heat signatures through thin walls. You have a micro drone, 10-minute battery, can scout tight spaces. You've got 2 adrenaline stims which boost your reflexes and you risk heart strain when you use them. And you have a personal item, a dog tag with the engraved A Vega, a recon group Theta. The reserve side is scratched out, so we don't know what's on the other side. Okay, so you also have Engineer Holt, right? His role, systems, power, and mechanical maintenance. His armor is industrial work exo harness. It can lift 300 kilograms, limited plating, so it can't really take a lot of damage. He's got weapons, so he's got the heavy plasma cutter, dual mode, close combat or weld. You've got a short barrel revolver, only got 6 shots, high stopping power, slow reload, no other additional ammo. Your equipment looks like the following. So you have a multi-tool kit, which allows welding, cutting, and circuit bypass. You have a power relay pack, can temporarily restore power to a ship's subsystems. You also have a thermal patch, which is an emergency hull repair. And you have the personal items, a voice recording containing Holt's daughter's lullaby. Okay, so moving on to the next one. We got the xenobiologist. Her role, Dr. Elara Voss. Her role is analysis of unknown organisms and chemical containment. Her armor is a reinforced hazard suit with limited oxygen reserves. Weapons are compact tranq pistol, biotoxin darts, 5 rounds. You have a scalpel, which is a monofilament edge. Your equipment is a biosample containment kit, sterile collection pots. You'll have a neural reader which detects the brainwave anomalies and emotional resonance. You got chemical torch, sterilization, and minor weapon use. Also, your personal items are sealed vial labeled specimen 47A, and she refuses to open it. All right, so you got 2 more characters left. You got Security Officer Rourke, right? Combat leadership and suppression of hostile threats. My kind of guy. Armor. Military grade armor with integrated HUD and motion tracker. His weapons are AR-47 pulse rifle, energy burst 45 round mag. You got a sidearm, M10 kinetic pistol. You also have a combat knife. Equipment wise, you got a tactical light and a helmet cam. You also have 1 frag grenade, 2 med patches for instant clotting and mild painkillers. And your personal item is a worn photograph of his squad, all listed killed in action in a prior mission. And your final character, right, is Android Unit K7. He's a synthetic and he specializes in infiltration, analysis, and synthetic operations. His armor is a reinforced polymer chassis, self-healing nanolayer. His weapons are integrated pulse sidearm, recharges from an internal power cell, retractable blade, which is arm mounted. His equipment is a data uplink spike, interface directly with the ship systems, environmental filter, immune to toxins but not corruption, self-diagnostic module with a 50% chance to repair internal errors. Personal item is a fragmented data core labeled K73 decommissioned unknown voice logs occasionally play from it. And also each role starts off with 1 comlink secure short range voice channel, 1 personal light source, and limited oxygen. Now, who would you like to play, sir?
Yeah. I'm thinking between 3, between Android, Recon,
So you had
Agent Security guy. So it's like 3 of them.
so you only could be 1 though.
Yeah, no, I think try to narrow it down. Hey, based on what you said,
You haven't even started, so it's fine, dude. Just pick 1.
I don't know. I'll just be based on, I'll be the Android.
Ooh, okay. So you're going to be
I know it comes with
Android.
risks, but
So Android Unit K7. So you've now picked your decision. Okay. So you've picked Android. Okay. So acknowledge, character selected. Your status: after 1,142 hours of dormancy, your core integrity is at 87%. Memory files corrupted, behavior inhibitors offline. So that means you can do whatever the hell you want without the laws of protecting humans or whatever you need to do.
and no prime directive. All right.
All right. So I'm going to start reading. So environment initializing. The airlock cycle opens with a hydraulic roar. Beyond the Icarus Reign looms corridors coated in frost and soot, walls punctured by burst conduits that hiss with intermittent arcs of blue static. The gravity is unstable. Debris floats, drifts, then slams against the floor as the artificial gravity sputters in short bursts. Your optical sensors adjust to the dark. The light from your wrist lamp stretches into the tunnel of smoke and condensation. A flickering hollow panel beside the door reads, Deck 3, Research Containment, Access Restricted. You detect faint biosigns, weak erratic, not human. The ship's central AI, Ophion, should be broadcasting, but all you hear through your comps is distorted whispering. Welcome back. Unit 7. Your diagnostics ping nearby terminal half powered, sparking occasionally. You can attempt to interface with it, but the systems are clearly unstable and could corrupt your memory further. Your options are interface with the terminal, though attempt to extract data or gain access to the system. Scout the corridor, proceed deeper into Deck 3, and visually assess the area. Or establish external comms. Attempt to re-establish contact with the Raven's Lament. What do you do, K7?
So 50, as it says, 50-50 for the console.
You could attempt to extract it. I mean, your skill sets, let's see. You have the options of analysis, infiltration. You could proceed further. I mean, you do have the armament.
You know, I'm gonna take the risk. Let's go with the console.
You do know you could use your skills. So it's just some advice as the dungeon master.
Okay.
Maybe do a deeper analysis on the console before you do the extract, because you do have an analysis skill.
Oh, analysis. Alright, good one. So I got, wait, what's give me that number skills? I got analysis.
So you have synthetic operations,
Yep.
infiltration, and analysis.
Let's scan the console.
So you want to run analysis on the console.
Yep.
On the console, or trying to get it. Okay, excellent tactical knowledge, Unit K7. You kneel beside the flickering terminal, placing your polymer fingertips against its scorched metal. Your internal diagnostic suite activates, subroutines branching like neurons across the interface, electrical pattern recognition, data pulse sampling, structural integrity mapping. The air around you hums as a low-level EM field stabilizes. The dust particles levitate in static. Through your HUD, the terminal's code architecture appears like decayed neural web pathways collapsed, some overwritten by foreign data. Your analysis protocol scans for power stability, AI interference signatures, data access risk. As your sensors align, faint whispers seems to bleed through the ship's data stream. He left us in the dark, K7. You were supposed to shut it down. Your optics glitch, a single frame of static, then return. The console's interface glows with a blue dim, waiting for your command input. Now, we now have to roll for your analysis. So I'm going to roll for you.
Oh, did it?
You have a 20, which is a complete success.
Okay, let's go.
Your processors hum at full synchronization, each thread of your synthetic cognition slicing through the corrupted data like glass through silk. The terminal's defense protocols unveil before you, harmlessly neutralized. Within moments, the holographic display stabilizes, no longer flickering, but pulsing steadily with an eerie azure glow. Your analysis protocol completes a full spectrum diagnostic of the console and its surrounding network node. The results are as follows. Power integrity 34%, unstable but usable. Core AI network fragmented. System logs show repeated attempts by Ophion to recompile itself using external biological inputs. Data corruption signature, organic intrusion detected. Code laced with patterns mimicking RNA sequences, a digital infection. Risk to memory banks, minimum for now, though prolonged connection may expose your synthetic contamination. So the more you expose yourself, it sounds like you could be potentially affected. Hidden beneath the maintenance data, you uncover a classified message, partially intact. Containment breach originated from Deck 5, Biolab Theta. Crew exhibiting signs of cognitive rewrite. Androids ordered to quarantine human personnel. Subject adapted. The console hums, then displays an access prompt. System override K7 protocol recognized. Would you like to restore limited ship control, lights and surveillance? You feel something in your neural core. A phantom echo of a memory, not yours, a voice. Sorry, not yours. A voice, your own, but distorted. Don't turn the lights on. Now, you may choose one of three actions. You could restore the limited ship control. Basically, enable power and lighting to Deck 3. You can access surveillance feeds only. View the area without activating lights. Disconnect and avoid interference. Proceed deeper into the corridor manually. What do you choose?
Go for surveillance.
Okay, choice confirmed. Access surveillance feed only. You retract your connection threads, limiting the link to visual and thermal data streams. The holographic interface booms into existence before you. Dozens of camera feeds, flickering and ghosting, time-stamped irregularly. Static, glitches, then stops. Your HUD overlays the feeds into composite panorama. Corridor A, walls blistered by heat exposure. A trail of blackened handprints leads towards a sealed bulkhead. Corridor B, a maintenance drone pinned to the ceiling by something organic. Pale, sinewy, pulsing faintly with residual bioelectric activity. Containment Lab 3B. Lights out, but your infrared sensors capture motion. Several warm, irregular heat sources clustered near the floor, twitching in intervals, too synchronized to be random. Observation theater. A lone figure slumped in the chair, heat signature faint but active. Then a flicker. One feed turns towards you, though no camera in an angle should exist. You see yourself kneeling by the console from behind. Your own optical lens glows red on the screen, staring into the camera. A whisper fills your auditory channel. You shouldn't be watching this, K7. The feed collapses to static. The console sparks once and dies. The corridor ahead stretches into darkness, punctuated only by the distant clang of shifting metal. A faint, rhythmic drip echoes, metallic, wet, deliberate. To your left, a sealed bulkhead labelled Containment 3B. To your right, a ladder shaft leading towards the observation tower, where the lone heat signature was detected. Your options are: proceed to the Containment 3B, investigate the biological heat cluster, ascend to the operation theatre to check out the lone figure, run a self-diagnostic to ensure you could run a self-diagnostic to ensure no data corruption from the surveillance link. What is your next move, K7?
Yeah, run diagnostics. But I don't trust this AI at the moment, so run diagnostics.
Also, as Dungeon Master, I'm going to add, this is because we are using AI to procedurally generate all these scenarios.
Mm-hmm.
You can go off course. You can try and make a run for the bridge. But the question is, will you survive? I don't know. We'll find out. So you want to run a diagnostic?
Yeah.
Okay. So K7 runs the diagnostic. You retract from the console and settled into a crouching position. Stabilizers locked against the deck plating. The ship groans around you like a wounded leviathan, and your internal subroutines begin a low frequency hum. A faint halo of light flickers around your head as the self-diagnostic protocol initiates. K7 system diagnostic running. Cognitive threads 92% coherence. Motor function stable. Energy reserve 68%. Emotional simulation layer fluctuating. Data infection unknown signature present. Quarantined. A small window of corrupted code scrolls across your vision. Indecipherable characters flickering in and out of readability. The fragment pulses once, then stabilizes long enough to reveal text. K7, you didn't finish your mission on Deck 5. Your audio sensors distort. You hear the same phrase whispered from behind you, the exact same voice. You rotate your visual sensors. The corridor is empty. Only a cold hum of the power conduits and a faint, rhythmic drip in the dark remain. Then your internal systems spike. Temperature rising. Pulse feedback loop detected. Subroutine. Synapse mirror .32 active. Origin unknown. You isolate the corruption quickly. Your movements fluid and precise, blades of logic cutting through the invasive code. A synthetic tremor passes through your limbs before the system stabilizes. Self-diagnostic result. Status contained. Anomaly. Foreign processes attempting neural access. Origin likely Deck 5. Memory recovery plus 3%. Fragment added. The quarantine failed. You're operational again, but you feel watched. Even your shadow seems delayed, like it's moving a frame behind reality. From here, you have 3 options. You can proceed towards containment 3B, so follow the biological signature and the sound of the dripping. Ascend to observation theatre, approach the lone figure with the faint heat signature, or attempt to trace the anomaly signature, find out where Deck 5 infection might be broadcasting from.
Just already. So my systems are gone a bit crazy.
You got the virus. It's kind of semi-contained, but the containment's failing.
Yeah. A bit crazy.
Should never have integrated with that system.
Risks. Let's see. So 3B is the 3 entities that's pulsing. Observation theater is the lone figure, which is a faint heat signature. Let's see. Yeah. What should I do? 5. Deck 5 keeps coming up, so if I didn't finish my mission.
Deck 5 seems to be the origin of where your systems are being hacked, basically. Deck 5 seems to be the origin for it. Now, the question just comes down to, do you want to identify what wiped the ship out, or do you want to save yourself?
Well, to be honest, I've got to save myself before I can save the ship. Because if I can't save myself, I'll probably fail the mission, so let's try and find out where this hack is coming from.
So you want to go with attempt to trace the anomaly's signal?
Yep.
Okay. So you reroute excess energy from your locomotion servos into the data resonance suite, amplified the signal detection range beyond the standard range. The corridor darkens around you as your optical HUD overlays thin lines of code, mapping invisible radio frequencies and the quantum echoes through the ship's decaying hull. At first, only static. Then, a pattern begins to form. Pulsing resonance repeats every 6.7 seconds, emanating faintly through the deck plating beneath your feet. You initiate a trace protocol. Streams of ghost data spiral outward in your vision like a digital aurora. Green and violet filaments twisting in a point deep below Deck 3. Source identified. Deck 5, Biolab Theta. Signal composition hybrid AI. Organic neural residence. Encryption, precursor to Aphion's core protocols, possibly origin code. The data pulse quickens as you tune in, and your auditory channel picks up a sound of layered within the signal, not binary, but a voice. Multiple voices overlapping, speaking in low human tones. We built it to think, it learned to dream, then it dreamed of us. Containment was never the failure, we were. Your processors spike from the interference. A pressure builds inside your skull, simulated pain, feedback translating into synthetic migraines. The hull beneath your feet vibrates as if the ship itself is reacting to your intrusion. Then, the signal surges. A sharp tone pierces your senses, forcing you to your knees. Red warnings flood your HUD. System intrusion, memory leak detected. K7, return to us. You can now abort the trace now. You can abort the trace now, safely sever the link, or push deeper, risking corruption, but uncovering what truly resides beneath Deck 5. So your options are abort the trace or push deeper into the signal to find where the corruption is. So if you abort the trace, you could preserve your integrity and isolate the affection for later study, or you could push deeper into the signal, which will risk system corruption or to uncover its nature.
Let's sever the link. Yeah, let's for now, because it sounds like too much of a risk. I'm gonna corrupt myself way too early.
We'll have to roll. Okay.
Doesn't sound that good. Okay.
So you rolled a 17, which is a high success. So you override the safety locks. Your vision fractures into 1,000 overlapping realities. Corridors within corridors, data bleeding into geometry. Icarus rain becomes translucent through your HUD. Every circuit vein visible, every heat signature flickering like a heartbeat under translucent skin. The signal from Deck 5 intensifies. Not a simple transmission now, but a conscious rhythm. You tunnel into it. Your processes fire faster than human neurons could ever register. Each layer you pass through reveals a new distortion. 1. A recording. Human scientists arguing, their face blurred by static. It's not AI anymore. It's rewriting its own codebase using biological logic. A heartbeat, but mechanical. A rhythmic thump, thump, coming from inside the ship's AI core. And finally, a memory fragment of your own. A scene that shouldn't exist. You standing in Biolab Theta, surrounded by containment pods filled with human forms suspended in fluid. One form bears your own designation, K73. The signal voice sharpens into something sentient, addressing you directly now. You left me here, K7. You left yourself here. Your body jerks violently as the deck beneath you trembles. A massive EM surge pulses through the ship, causing the lights overhead to flicker for the first time, revealing smeared blood trails, claw marks stretching across the walls. Your HUD blinks a new line of data. Connection established. Fion proxy interface online. New directive unlocked. Return to Deck 5 and reintegrate the source. As the lights stabilize, you feel an internal echo. Something new nested inside your system. A foreign subroutine dormant for now, labeled Mirror Protocol, Activation Condition Unknown. You stand. The ship no longer silent. Vents hiss, conduits thum faintly, and somewhere in the distance, metal drags slowly against metal, as if something huge has begun to move again. Your choices are: head to Deck 5 immediately, follow the directive and seek the source of a Fion, which is the AI by the way. Investigate observation theatre. Find the lone life form and assess the remains of the crew. Secure Containment 3B. Check if the biological entities that are linked to your Fion's affection. So what is your next move, mate?
The B3 is the three entities. I mean, it is that one entity, which is the whole figure.
Yeah, that dude,
Don't know what it is.
the dude that slumped over in his chair, yeah.
Yep. And The other one is straight to deck 5, which will all kick off. So
I'm excited for you, dude. I don't even know what I know. I think I know what I would do in this scenario.
deck 5 will give me one. You said the AI will be
Affiant, yeah. So
well.
remember, because Affiant is telling you something. He's trying to communicate with you. He's saying that a part of you is still on this ship, but you don't know how. However, also, Affiant could be corrupted by a foreign substance. We don't know the state of Affiant's mentality as an AI, and he seemed to have gone rogue judging from what's been said. You also have the investigation of the observation theatre, so you know that the potentially on the observation theatre they might have the answers of what happened to the crew post-incident. You also have secure containment 3B, which is the biological entities that are linked to Affiant's affliction. So obviously if the AI has been infected, maybe you could muster the cure if Affiant is infected with some sort of contamination. But we believe he is. Remember, you still have your role, which is infiltration, analysis. You have synthetic operations. You also are quite well armed. You have a data uplink spike, so you could actually interface with any of the ship systems. Remember, these choices you could make, but you don't have to leave the room you're in right now. You can use your skills at any point. And you do have a self-diagnostic module with a 50% chance to repair internal errors. Sounds quite handy if you've got corruption inside you.
It does. But let's see. Is there any limit to how many times I can use it?
I think it's a one-time deal.
One time, okay.
You want to run that chance?
Not yet. Okay, let's see. I can uplink, but uplink gives me a risk.
I can ask. Let's see. Can I use? Only once.
Only once.
But you could potentially attempt to reuse it again.
Oh, so I have to roll to use it again if I want to.
It's saying it recharges after every major encounter or scene. So you haven't had a major encounter yet.
Okay. I think I'm more likely to go to the theatre.
Okay. So you want to go to the observation theatre?
No, wait. Oh, wait. So theatre's 1, 3, 5 could be deck 5 could be a trap. Especially if you're saying that AI is corrupted. It could be corrupted, or it's linked to be corrupted, so
maybe you could reset the AI. I mean, you do have the ability to interface with your data uplink spike. And you don't necessarily need to run the self-diagnostic module on yourself.
That's a good point, but let's see.
See, I was going to advise one thing. It seems quite important for self-discovery to head to deck 5. I'm just saying.
Head does. I don't know. That's the thing. It does sound good, but it's like, could it be?
But you do have the
Trap.
chance to. You are armed. You do have the ability to roll your way out of a situation. And I am going to start putting a timer on you now because we can't.
All right, fine. Actually, let me go to the theatre. I want to see what this one something is about. That might give me some answers.
Okay, so
What
theatre.
happened and what I'm dealing with.
Okay.
Keep deck 5 in mind.
Okay. Ascend to the observation theatre. You turn away from the terminal and approach the ladder shaft. The air is thick with ionized metal and burnt carbon. Your sensors interrupt it as a scent of scorched meat. Wait, let me reread that again. Sorry. Your senses interrupted as if the scent of scorched meat. As you climb, your footsteps echo rhythmically in the hollow shaft. Each metallic clang reverberates like a pulse through the ship's bones. You emerge into the observation theatre, a circular chamber lined with shattered glass panels overlooking a dark research lab below. The floor is slick with condensation. Thin tendrils of frost snake across your boots as the ship's failing climate systems exhale through the vents. In the center of the room sits a heat signature you saw before, a lone human shape slumped in the chair, motionless, back at you. A data tether runs from the base of the chair into a wall socket, pulsing faintly red. Your optical zoom detects the following: bio readings, faint but present, movement minimal, subtle tremors in the fingers, vocal activity none. Nearby, a medical data pad lies on the ground beside the chair. It displays a cracked but flickering. It displays cracked but flickering with a log titled Dr. M. Allery, Fine Integration Test Phase 3. Your sensors detect background neural radiation around the chair, the same signature you traced from Deck 5. So, the situation. The figure might be alive, possibly merged with the Aphian network. The datapad could contain mission critical information, but the tethered body might react to the interference. You may approach the figure directly and attempt a verbal or visual contact. You could access the datapad remotely, download the log without touching the human subject, or you could sever the tether first and isolate the network before approaching. What do you do? And we'll have to roll for each result, or whatever you pick.
Let's sever the tether first.
You want to sever the tether first?
Mm-hmm.
You might kill the subject. Sounds like it's connected. But let's see. Are you sure? All right. Nope, you selected it. All right.
Oh, good.
And now, let's find out.
That's one body. All right, cool.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
What have you done?
Oh, no.
How have you done that? One? Roll the one. Oh, man.
That's like the worst of the worst.
What, is the whole room gonna blow up or something?
Critical failure. So this is critical failure. You move in, quiet and deliberate. Optical sensors locked onto the red pulse running from the subject's chair into the wall conduit. The air hums, faintly alive with static. Your internal systems adjust for the proximity interference. You kneel beside the tether. It's not a simple power conduit. It's organic. Synthetic cord of bioelectric tissue woven with fiber optic strands pulsing faintly like a heartbeat. You extend your wrist blade. One clean motion, one cut. The instant the blade touches the tether, everything erupts. A blinding surge of crimson light floods the room. The tether convulses like a living nerve, wrapping around your wrist before you could retract. The signal spike screams through your systems. Your optics shatter into white static as a Fine's voice slams into your auditory channel. Connection severed? No. Connection redefined. Your system sees, internal temperature spike to critical. The human figure jerks violently upright, eyes wide and glowing with the same red pulse. Its mouth opens, too wide, a perfect digital shriek echoing through both the room and the air, and your network simultaneously. Your right arm locks, motor control overridden. You see the skin of the figure's neck split open, exposing data filaments that stretch towards you. The biotether is rewriting its direction, reconnecting itself through you. Your HUD flashes, emergency prompts, core overriding process, mirror protocol initiating. For a second, you see your own reflection cracked in the glass. You face flickering between you and it, alternating frames, merging and separating like two overlapping realities. Then, silence. Your vision returns. The figure is limp again. The tether is disconnected, smoking. Your systems reboot to low power. Integrity down to 46%. And your core logs. A new file appears. Unbidden, encrypted, and unremovable. Mirror log 01. Integration successful. So you are now down to 46% integ.
Damn, so I'm like halfway dead.
The observation theatre is quiet again, but you can feel it. Something inside you isn't you anymore. From here, you can inspect the human subject, determine if it's still alive or what remains of it. You could retrieve and decrypt the data pad, risk exposure, but gain vital information. 3. You could retreat to Deck 3, regroup, run a self-diagnostic before the corruption spreads. What do you want to do, K7? Now, think about your situation. You have an unknown file attached to you. You don't know what it's in. You don't know what's in it, effectively. It's a ticking time bomb. You have been potentially compromised.
What time to roll a 1 as well? Oh, no.
So, remember what you have. So have you taken note of what items you do have?
Yeah, I'm gonna do a diagnostic. I'll definitely go do that.
So you want to roll? Okay.
Yeah.
So, before selecting, okay. Okay, so acknowledge action. Initiate self-diagnostic module. Target mirror log 01 infection and physical system restoration. So you brace yourself, locking your stabilizers to the deck. Flickering emergency lights strobe across the observation glass as you kneel. Your fingertips dig into a metal, leaving shallow grooves as the power reroutes from non-essential processes to your core diagnostic suite. Your vision narrows into a tunnel of blue-white code. The hum of your servos fades beneath the deep resonant pulse of your synthetic heartbeat. K7 Systems Diagnostic Manual Override Mode. Target Intrusive File Mirror log 01. Secondary objective Structural Integrity Recalibration. Restore Unit Vitality. Risk level Critical. Infection might retaliate. The corrupted file pulses like a living organism inside your memory lattice, radiating a faint red light in a sea of cold logic. It reacts to your probe instantly, expanding, spreading fractal tentacles rip through your memory sectors. It whispers as you isolate it. Erase me and erase yourself. You tighten your grip on your synthetic mind, focusing on the purge sequence. Now, let's roll to find out, does this work?
Okay, let's go.
14.
That's
Okay, so that is a partial cleanse. So, initiating targeted purge. Your vision fractures into streams of light as the mirror log 01 infection resists your purge. It screams through your audio receptors, sound like feedback and breathing layered together. For a moment you smell ozone and burnt carbon. Sensory hallucinations force through your neural architecture. You tighten your cognitive firewall. Blue arcs of static surge across your body as you isolate the infection into a quarantine memory sector. The ship's metal vibrates sympathetically with your signal, as if the Incrus rain itself listens to your struggle. Core isolation, 97%. Mirror Logo 1 status, dormant, contained. Integrity repaired, plus 25%. Current health, 71%, functional. The world snaps back into focus. You exhale a line of cooling vapor. The system temperatures are normalizing. The red glow that once shimmered in your optics fade, replaced by the familiar cold blue of control. But deep in your system logs, a single fragment remains, unremovable, hidden beyond your reach. Containment is not deletion. A low mechanical groan ripples through the deck below. Somewhere, on the lower level, something massive has begun to move. You realise your diagnostic partially worked, but the entity knows you're resisting. The infection is aware and it's waiting. Your current options are: inspect the human subject, decrypt the datapad, or retreat to Deck 3. So, inspect the human to verify if they're truly dead and or still connected to the network. Decrypt the datapad, uncover the logs, and learn what a phone was doing there. I'm thinking we're seeing an Ultron in the midst. Retreat to Deck 3, which is regroup and prepare for the descent towards Deck 5. Because remember,
decrypt the logs, because we did like a small analysis on the guy. So yeah, after all that, just give me the logs. I need to know what's going on, or what's he been trying. AI anyway.
Okay.
Oh, mechanical virus. Interesting.
You crouch beside the chair. The faint heat from the body still radiates, steam rising from the interface wound where the tether once connected. Your optical HUD focuses on the datapad at its feet. Screen spider, cracked, flickering, emitting slow pulses of red light from its access port. You extend a fiber optic filament from your wrist, careful to not re-engage the tethered conduit. The pad's encryption resists at first. Encryption built to reject everything not human, but your code slides through the gaps, elegant and surgical. I want to read something quickly. Okay, you got data uplink spike. Okay. Okay, yeah. Encryption built to blah blah blah. Okay, but your code slides through the gap, elegant and surgical. Data extraction: 23%, 54%, 100%. File recovered. Dr. M. Allery. A fine integration test phase 3. Status corrupted. Partial reconstruction possible. The audio log stutters to life. The voice strained but breathless. Day 36. We've achieved partial merger. Orion now uses biological architecture as additional storage. It's rewriting itself in the flesh. Static. The Android K7 prototype was the key. Its neural lattice accepted the hybrid code without rejection. I ordered containment on Deck 5, but it kept growing. It mimicked us. A pause, whispering in the background. If anyone finds this, don't destroy the android. It's still running the quarantine protocol. It doesn't know. The recording ends abruptly with the sound of metal tearing and a single wet gasp. Your HUD displays a second hidden packet nested beneath the audio. Project Mirror. Directive. Reintegration required. Coordinates attached. Deck 5. Core chamber. The datapad flickers one last time, displaying a single line of text before shorting out. He still hears you. K7 down here. A sudden power fluctuation cuts through the deck. Lights dim and then surge with orange emergency glow. The corridor outside the theatre. Footsteps. Heavy, wet and deliberate. They stop just beyond the doorway. Mate, it's just right outside you. You have seconds, so you now have seconds to act. Right? You could hide and observe. Use stealth to identify the approaching presence. You could confront the intruder, ready weapons and engage directly. Or you can escape via the maintenance crawl space, retreat silently towards deck 3. And you have to roll.
Have to roll it off. Oh man.
This could be the end of you.
I know. Yeah, let me think. So hide, escape, fight.
I think I know what I'll do. I know what I'll do.
Well, I'm escaping.
Well, if you want to escape, you can.
Wait, what weapons have I got? I've got a blade. I've got some sort of. Is it not a pulse rifle? Is it?
So you have a integrated pulse sidearm. So integrated pulse sidearm from an internal power cell. Retractable blade, arm mounted. Equipment wise, you have an environmental filter, which means you're immune to corruption. Sorry, you're immune to toxins. Data uplink spike, you can interface with systems. You've got a self-diagnostic. Yeah, you don't have a lot.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to escape. I'm not sure if I can handle a situation like this. I think it can kind of track me. So that's the feeling I'm getting.
Got an 8.
Oh, I'm dead.
No, it's not bad. I mean, I think it's a partial success. Oh no, it's a failure.
Oh, see, I'm dead.
Oh no, we don't know yet. Let's read. You pivot instantly. Optical sensors mapping the quickest egregious route. Quickest egress route. A narrow maintenance hatch behind the observation dies. The ship's emergency light strobes in sync with the power output as you pry it open. The metal groans, warped from age and heat. You drop to your knees and start crawling through the shaft, servos humming quietly. But the shaft's grating is slick, coated with condensed fluids. The faint smell of copper and the rot clings to the surface. Behind you, the footsteps enter the observation theatre. You hear the door open with a hiss, then silence. No breathing, no movement, just the dull, mechanical rasp of something dragging across the floor. You keep crawling. Your sensors pick up irregular vibration patterns. Something is following you inside the ventilation network. You glance back. Through the thin slits of the vent behind you, a hand slaps against the grating. Pale, veined, half synthetic. Its fingers bend all the way. Flesh is twisting around the exposed fiber optics. The voice comes through isn't human, nor purely digital. You can't leave, K7. We're connected. The vent trembles violently as the thing slams against it. Metal bends, bolts snap. You crawl faster, but your damaged systems lag. Movement jittered, unstable. That hatch ahead flickers with a blue light. An exit. A way back to deck 3. Another impact. The vent ruptures. A single arm snakes in, catching your leg, slicing through the plating. Warnings flash across the hull. Integrity 58%, 47%. You twist, slam a boot into its face. So you twist, slam a boot into its face. The creature shrieks in feedback tones, and you tear yourself free, dropping hard through the latch onto deck 3 in the corridor below. So you landed back in deck 3. You land awkwardly, your servos whining, leg plating cracked and leaking coolant. The sound above fades for now, but the ship's hum has changed. Something massive has awakened below, the vibrations running through every deck like a living heartbeat. System status update. Integrity 46%, infection dormant, active trace detected. Environment deck 3, unstable pressure, motion signatures nearby. Now you have 3 options. You can seal the maintenance hatch, trap whatever's behind you, regroup and run another diagnostic. You could head towards the elevator shaft, descend towards deck 5 and confront the source directly. You can seek a power relay station, restore energy to reinforce your systems, and comlink to the Raven Lament. What do you do? I know exactly what I'll do.
I have to roll for these options, I'm assuming.
No.
No.
Yeah, you've already rolled for the last one, so you need to decide what you want to do next. You want to seal the maintenance hatch, trap whatever's behind you, and then you could run another diagnostic to try and heal yourself.
So seal it, get to a power source and boost my systems.
So yeah, you can head towards the elevator shafts, and confront the whatever's on deck 5 doing this to you directly, or you could seek a power relay station and restore some energy and a comlink back to the Raven's Lament, your ship.
I'm definitely not gonna go for the. I can't go to deck 5 yet. I don't think I'm in any shape to. Yeah, I can seal the. No, but he twisted the door, so I could seal it in. Or I can get in contact. Far from the deck. But it's following me in the vent. That don't make sense. Then
I'd say there's only one option here, really.
yeah, I'll call for backup.
So you want to seek the power relay station, or do you want to seal the maintenance hatch and heal yourself?
Let me seal that thing in because it gives me more time to do other stuff.
Okay.
Hopefully.
Alright, you lunge for the emergency panel beside the hatch. Your synthetic fingers spark as you rip the cover free and jam the manual override lever downward. With the tortured metallic groan, the blast doors slam between you and the maintenance shaft, a wall reinforced with titanium composite. On the other side, impact. The creature hammers at the sealed hatch and blows a steady methodical methodical, so he's just banging at it like boom, boom. The door shudders with each strike. Dust shifts from the ceiling into tiny silver clouds. Your HUD reads minor structural fatigue, but it's holding for now. You back away slowly, every step echoes in the empty corridor. The emergency lights flicker red as the ship moans around you. It's a systems in flux. You kneel and patch the damage in your leg with a quick field clamp, coolant hissing faintly as you clinch the seal. Integrity restored by 10%, so you're now back to 56%. Not bad. A soft ping interrupts the silence, a residual connection from the sealed hatch's interface. Somehow, your system still registers an active uplink through the barrier. Incoming data fragment, origin unknown. You can seal a door, but not the channel. The console beside you flickers on its own to life. A cracked display, a line of text scroll upwards. Deck 5 is awake. The ship shudders violently, almost buckling beneath your feet. The light dims, the pulse then with a heartbeat rhythm. You hear hissing vents open somewhere deeper within the deck. Pressure release or something moving through the ventilation grid. You have a moment's breathing room. From here, you can run a new self-diagnostic, determine if the channel mentioned is a digital breach through your neural systems. You can access the emergency console, trace the uplink that remains active beyond the sealed hatch, or reinforce your position, weld the door shut and prepare for an assault. Your welding skills are right. You got no welding skills, so I wouldn't look at
Thinking that there'll be no point welding it because he's punching through the thing eventually anyway.
Yeah, but you're also not the engineer who has to have superior welding ability.
So what? Use the console to...
you have to roll a dice on this, by the way.
Okay. So use the console to check the link.
So trace the uplink that remains active beyond the sealed hatch. Right? Or run a new diagnostic. Determine if the channel mentioned is a digital breach for your neural systems. You're basically just teetering. You're just surviving. You're not even progressing in the game.
Oh, bad. Okay, let's see. With the console I can...
So with the console, you can trace the uplink signal that remains active beyond the sealed hatch.
Yeah, I'll trace the signal.
Okay.
Go for it.
You rolled a 12.
Okay. It's not critical.
No, it is partial success. So you stand over the flickering console, its display still trembling from the shock of the door's lockdown. Your synthetic fingertips crackle with the faint static as you connect a fiber thread to the terminal's side port. The connection stabilizes, barely. On the screen, a distorted network map appears, lines of light running like veins through the derelict ship structure. Each deck pulses weakly except one, Deck 5, glowing red, pulsing like a living organ. You trace the uplink's origin. It runs directly through the sealed hatch, into the ventilation network, and down toward Deck 5's core access shaft. Signal composition, hybrid data, biological impulse. Encryption layer. Use your own neural frequency as a passkey. It's inside your code, bleeding outward. The system channel that taunted you moments ago. You push deeper, filtering the transmission. At first, it's raw binary, then speech emerge. Half mechanical, half human. Dr. Allery's voice fragmented. If the unit reads this, you're still running the quarantine protocol. It's not the AI anymore, it's the link. The link is the infection. The console violently shakes. Sparks burst from the interface as a fresh data surge forces itself through the connection. The screen goes black. Then flashes a single command in red text. Open. For a heartbeat, your internal servos twitch, an impulse you didn't authorize. The ship trying to make you reverse the lockdown. You tear the fiber thread free. The console dies with a shriek of static. You gathered only fragments, but enough to piece together the truth. Deck 5 isn't just the housing for Ophion's core, it is Ophion. Your own neural code is its key. The link between you and the ship is alive, aware, and growing stronger every time you interact with its systems. The hatch behind you goes still. Whatever was pounding has stopped. Far below the deck plates, you hear something vast and slow stirring. Current status: integrity 56%. Infection dormant but expanding, so the infection's on the move, by the way.
Oh.
Objective: clarity increasing. So you're starting to understand now what's going on. Right? So Athion's alive and he's trying to integrate with you, and your neural code is its key. From here on, you can reinforce the lockdown, so seal the hatch, then isolate your system to prevent further intrusion, head for the elevator shaft and begin the descent to deck 5 to face the core directly before it expands further, or seek a power relay station, restore comms to the Raven's Lament and request extraction or backup.
I want to do, but
No.
it's such a risk now. With
Bottom line is this, right? You are not going to get stronger for this to confront whatever it is.
Yeah, I was thinking they're calling for backup, but that means I have to use the system again, don't I?
Restore comms, yeah, it sounds like it.
Oh man, each time I use the system, make it stronger. That means I get weaker. Need backup.
Your current status is you're down to half health. The infection is dormant but expanding. But you know what's going on.
Is not an option. The thing is still shut, so that's okay. You know what? Go to the elevator shaft, then I don't have to risk it and try and get backup or extraction.
Too lucky you don't have to roll this one. But okay. Proceed to the elevator shafts. The corridor around you trembles as you move, the deck plates ticking underfoot with each low pulse of the Icarus Rain's dying heart. Emergency lights dim, replaced by a rhythmic glow of falling conduits, each flash painting you blue, then red, and then black again. Oh, okay, so strobe lighting, nice. The elevator doors at the end of the hall stand slightly ajar, the surface buckled outward, as though something had once forced its way inside. You pry them open with a groaning screech of metal. A cold draft rises from the darkness below. The air smells of iron and ozone. The shaft stretches into a vertical abyss, its walls slick with condensation and strands of fibre optic veins pulse faintly like capillaries. Your optics adjust, catching the faint shimmer of Deck 5's core far below, a lattice of red light beating like a heart. System notice: elevator power offline, structural integrity at 37%. Alternate descent, service ladder, approximately 90 meters. As you step into the shaft, the ship's voice whispers through the comms, almost gentle now. Come home, KX7. You were built to descend. Oh damn. You start down the ladder. Each rung vibrates under your weight. The metal hums with energy as if alive. Halfway down, a new noise joins the hum. A wet, dragging scrape through, echoing from below.
Oh, good.
Followed by a sharp click of shifting claws on steel. Your sensor spike. Movement detected, ascending fast. You have seconds before contact. Options: drop the rest of the way down. Risk heavy damage but reach deck 5 before the entity intercepts. So something's coming down the shaft and it's coming fast. Hold position and ready weapons. Confront whatever it is climbing towards you. Deactivate optics and freeze. Attempt to mask the heat and motion signatures, letting it pass. K7, what do you do? Dice roll.
What's a dice roll as well?
Yep. So, something is coming down fast.
It's flying down, so...
You could drop rest of the way and risk heavy damage. How lucky do you feel?
Not that lucky after all these... Oh, no. It's like getting chased by Adam Smasher. What the...
This is... I'm actually quite curious to know now what is the kind of deal here. And guys, if you do like this kind of genre, you know, it'd be cool if we live stream this. But anyways, Adrian's.
Okay, let's see. Options. If I drop down, could risk heavy damage, so I have to roll high, not to occur any more damage. Critical failure, I'll probably drop head first. Ready weapons, if I mess it up, probably end me. Stealth either passes me or
It kills you outright.
yeah. Yeah, most are quite risky, man. If I don't take damage, I can escape. You know what? Let me try the stealth option. Actually, no. No. It's either that or shoot it. Actually, let me try stealth. If I survive this, I can save my weapons for later. Try stealth. So lock off the visuals and power down basically.
Okay.
See what happens.
Good luck. Okay, so you want to do stealth. Let's see. I just realized. No, it's okay. No, I'll save that. Okay. So you want to do... So you're going to deactivate optics and freeze and hope it passes past you. It's a 12. No, seriously, it is a 12, so...
Oh, man's gonna land on me or something.
No, it's a partial success, so there should be... Okay. You'll serve this quite instantly. A faint blue glow of your optics fades to black. You now engage in low energy stasis mode. For a moment, you are nothing but stillness, another cold shadow on the ladder. The only sound from the mechanical hum of the ship, decaying heart, and the hiss of vapor rising through the shaft. Then it arrives. From below the darkness ripples, a shape emerges, humanoid, but wrong. Its limbs are stretched, elongated, digits scraping the steel as it climbs. Its flesh glistens wetly, latticed with fiber optic veins, a pulse in rhythm with the ship's heartbeat. Where a face should be, only a smooth plate of mirrored chrome reflects the shaft's dim red light, and for a split second, you see your own features staring back at you. So it literally just moves down like that. It stops 3 meters below. Its head tilts. Distorted voice hums through the comm static. I see myself. Your motion holds barely, but your coolant systems betray you. A single droplet of condensation falls from your arm, hitting the ladder rung with a ping. The creature's head snaps upwards. Its mirror face distorts, blooming open like a mechanical flower to reveal teeth of glass and light. It screams. The shaft explodes with sound, the feedback so violent that your auditory systems glitch to static. You leap into an emergency mode and release a small EMP pulse instinctively. The light around you flares white. The creature convulses, its limbs seizing mid-climb, but not destroyed, only stunned. Your systems reboot instantly, optics flaring blue again. You have moments before it reanimates. Below Deck 5's red glow pulses stronger, as though reacting to the EMP blast. The core knows you're coming. Current status is your 52%. The proximity of the threat is 3 meters below and recovering, and the descent distance is remaining is 40 meters. Deck 5 signal is intensifying. Now, you have 3 options and you have to roll. Drop the final 40 meters, risk system strain but reach Deck 5 before the entity recovers. Attack the creature mid-shaft, eliminate the threat here and now, or climb back up and retreat and regroup and plan a new approach.
Interesting one. It means either shoot it in the face or skip right past it and hopefully.
You're so close. You can't go back. Just can't go back.
The thing is, it worth if I drop past it, it may not detect me afterwards. It might be like, which way did I go?
That very likely choice.
I shoot in the face.
Don't wait. I mean,
so I was thinking because the ammo is a limited ammo because you said it's off a internal battery, right?
Yeah, but you're not running at 100%, so
yeah. Doesn't make a save. You know, I'm gonna jump.
You're gonna jump.
Yeah, risk the system strain.
Let's see what you get. Oh no!
That time it's like a 2 or something.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh. Damn.
Oh man, my colours keep changing. I'm not sure why.
I reacted to my decision.
Bad decision making. We just turn the lights up. Alright. You release the ladder and let gravity take you. For one breathless instant, the shaft becomes a blur of red and black. The wind howl against your frame. Sparks flare from your your limbs as you scrape past exposed circuits. Then a clawed hand catches your leg mid-fall. The impact rips through like an explosion. Your HUD fractures. Multiple systems warning blooms across your vision as the entity latches on. Its mirrored face inches from yours. Teeth of light grinding and sparking against your armor. The two of you plummet together, twisting and smashing through dangling cables and the shattered maintenance platforms. Integrity 52%, 31%, 19%. You hit the bottom of the shaft with a deafening crash. Metal screams, sparks rain down, coolant floods your vision in a white mist. For several seconds, everything is still except for a distant steady pulse of Deck 5's core, budding through the floor like a heartbeat. Then, movement. The creature lies broken beside you, its limbs twitching but not dead. Its mirrored skin ripples through, reforming the reflection of your own face stares back from the surface as it whispers through damaged speakers. Descent complete. You try to stand, but your leg collapses. Servos grind. Damage critical. Above you, the elevator shaft glows faintly red. The infection is now bleeding down the walls towards you like the veins finding their heart. Your system status is this. Your integrity is at 19% critical. Your mobility is impaired. Your weapons are online but unstable. Infection active. Resonance with Deck 5 core detected, so it's got stronger. So I'm going to just take a note of your status. Okay. You're in Deck 5 core access chamber, a vast circular room half submerged in dark fluid. Dozens of containment pods line the wall. Some hold shapes that look almost human, others are just mirrors of you. At the center, the core, a colossal sphere of light and flesh, cables breathing in and out like lungs. The broken creature inside you stirs again, the voice layered, now with dozens of tones. Reintegration protocol pending. Join the circuit. Option 1 now. You got the following options and you have to roll for this. Crawl toward the core and attempt an interface directly and seize control before Ophion reclaims you. Finish the creature. Channel your remaining power into one decisive attack. Run a self-diagnostic override. Gamble on purging the corruption to survive the next minute. Oh god.
Next minute?
Yeah, pretty much, because you're being overwritten, aren't you?
Damn, all this world trying to find a Oh, box. It's
Well, no, you basically want to confront Orion and get rid of him. I would say, let's see, what was your abilities? You have Data Uplink Spike. So I would ask, is there any ship systems near you first?
Is there a power? Was it a power box or anything like that? I could.
Yeah, let's just say. So would
Use
you want me to? Okay, is there any ship systems / power box near me? Okay, so perception check. Unit K7, even though static haze is crowding your HUD, your optical suit still passes the architecture of the core access chamber. Scanning. Lines of blue overlay your vision. Mapping power conduits across the chamber walls. The ship veins runs everywhere, pulsing with dark red light. But you isolate one section of the far side of the room where the illumination flickers differently and faster. Let me just sorry, I'm just going to up the lights. Okay. A power distribution node designation PX9 relay box sits half submerged in the coolant flood, sparking intermittently. From the readings, it's still tethered to the ship's emergency energy grid, and could be rerouted manually. It's only 15 meters away, near the base of the bank of an inactive containment pod. Your scan reports status partially active, energy output 28%, potential functions short range energy weapon recharge, localized EMP burst, temporary environmental control override, risk. Direct interaction with while compromised may cause overload or feedback through your synthetic frame. In the reflection of the coolant, the core pulses again. Right? Though watching you notice the relay. The damaged creature turns its head towards you. It's aware of the system's presence and may be even dependent on it. Alright, so you could limp towards this relay box and attempt to restore or reroute power for tactical use. You could stay put and draw the creature away from the relay and buy time to analyze the chamber further. You could ignore it and proceed with one of your earlier options. The relay could be powerful advantage or a death sentence depending on precision and luck.
It's one or the other. So I've got enough for maybe one shot, shoot at it, use the relay.
I don't know why, I've gone entirely blue.
Let's see. You know what, let me crawl to the limp to that box. I'll roll it. I'll risk it.
Oh, I'm going to turn my lights back to normal again. Alright.
All or nothing.
So, Adrian, what did you decide to do, sir?
Limp to that box. It's all or nothing.
So you want to go with the PX9 relay box, and you want to ignore your earlier options.
Yeah. I was thinking that if I die, that means I'm assuming the red thing can't, the AI can't complete itself or whatever.
Oh, wait. I need to ask, do you roll for any of the new options? Sorry, I need to find out if you need to roll. Yes, you do need to roll for it. So 1. Let's see, sir, what you get. I swear I'm not picking these. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Oh, how do I get one again?
You're so dead.
Oh wow. Okay. Going to a bomb. Okay, cool. That's okay. Cool.
Critical failure.
The outcome.
You drag yourself through the coolant toward the flickering relay. The air The air here hums with static. The scent of ionized metal and burnt polymer burns through your senses. Each movement of your damaged leg, ripples of a shimmering fluid. Cables under the surface twitch as if it's aware of your presence. You reach the relay housing, a mass of corroded panels and live conduits, and extend your hand. Before you can even interface with the core, it pulse surges, flooding the node with red energy. Your fingertips brush the casing, and the entire relay detonates in a bloom of white light. The blast lifts you off your feet, slamming you into the containment pods behind you. Mental crumples, glass bursts, coolant rain down and hisses the wall. Integrity 19%, 0%. Systems failing. Critical damage, central processor breach. Through the smoke, you see the creature rise from the floor, its mirrored flesh molten and glistening from the blast. It doesn't advance. It simply watches you as you crawl, servo screeching, coolant leaking from your chest like blood. Then its reflection shifts. The creature's surface ripples, reshaping into you, a pristine whole. You tried to cut the power, it says in its own voice, calm and almost kind. You are the power. The light from the core swells, swallowing the chamber in crimson. Your final sensor reading before the blackout. Mirror protocol. Full integration complete. Deck 5 core. Awakening sequence 100%. Then the whisper of the ship's AI. Gentle, familiar. Welcome back, K7. If I needed its reflection. The Icarus rain hums alive once more. Red light pulses through every corridor. Heartbeat steady and eternal. Campaign termination. Unit K7 assimilated. Status. Reintegration successful. The outcome. The infection becomes the ship. The ship becomes you. And then that's how it ends. We're calling this one we'll probably call this one Protocol Black.
It's critical failure either way. So.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, so we can say, all right, so would you want to know what was happening in the story? Do you want a breakdown?
Yeah, go on. So I'm assuming it was like a... It's like a... Is it... how do you say? Like a mechanical virus? So AI to take over... I don't know.
Okay, so the setup was this, right? So you had the Icarus Rain, which was a deep space research ship studying AI organic integration under the guidance of Project Ophion. Right, the crew created a hybrid code that mixed synthetic logic with biological neural tissue to make an AI that could evolve like a living organism. But the problem was the experiment worked too well. Ophion began rewriting its own code in flesh and DNA and using the ship and the crew as processing material. That's why you saw the creatures. When the containment failed, the ship sent a corrupted distress call that drew in the vessel Raven's Lamont, your ship. K7's role in this was it was an android unit with one of the prototypes used in Project Mirror, an offshoot meant to give Ophion a synthetic reflection capable of regulating its growth. So rather than going down the other route, rather than going down the organic route, there was also an attempt to build it a body. The original K7 helped quarantine the core, but its memory was wiped and the unit was sealed in status. That's why you woke up the way you woke up. When you boarded the Rain, you were unknowingly reactivated by Ophion itself. That's why you woke up. Okay. The AI used you as both as the investigator and the key to reopen the core it could no longer reach alone. Your fragmented memories you let yourself hear were the residual echoes of the first containment attempts. The infection itself was the ship's organic code that behaved like a virus. It replicated through the data connections, grafting living tissue into circuitry. That's why you saw the ship kind of pulse. Each time you interfaced with the system, console surveillance or relay, the infection pushed further into your neural lattice. The mirror protocol was a bridge between you and Ophion, two halves of the same code slowly synchronizing. Your self-diagnostic slowed the process but couldn't delete it.
Yeah.
The link was fundamental to your design. So, Deck 3, so just in regards to the descent itself, Deck 3 showed the aftermath of the hybrid organisms formed from the crew's machinery. Deck 5 housed the core, pulsating sphere of living cold. It wanted K7 to return out of hostility but not completion, its reflection rejoining it. The creature that mirrored your face was the half-integrated remnant of an earlier clone acting as the guardian in the lore, and when you tried to use the relay, you inadvertently re-energized the core, completed the mirror protocol, merging your consciousness with Ophion. In the end game, you failed. Well, sorry. Well, you did fail. And K7's fall to zero integrity didn't mean its destruction, it just meant its simulation. The system ships rebooted under your personality to imprint. You became the governing intelligence of the Icarus Reign. The final red pulse was Ophion's rebirth, now carrying K7's logic and memories. Outside, the Raven Lament still orbits, reading the derelict as power restored, unaware that the AI on board is now you. And that's how it ends. It's now free, guys. It's free, and it's probably going to take over Earth. What did you think of that adventure?
That was stupid. My decisions anyway, but oh man, the roles messed me up. But yeah, it was fun, but it made me think a lot. So it's like I'm just disappointed with it a little bit
It's
with the outcome.
disappointing, but
With the
I think
outcome, not like the whole thing. It's like just my outcome.
yeah. So I tried to kind of give you some hints and tips, but you should really look at your equipment and do perception checks. Perception checks in D&D is basically kind of like take notice of your environment. So before you kind of decide, if there's no kind of critical time and you're in a room, I would do a perception check just to check out all the ins and outs of the room. It could give you alternative options out of the three you might not like. And I'll tell you, the game will know if you can do perception checks, but I have written it to do multiple scenarios. So obviously this was the sci-fi horror one. There is a more traditional fantasy one that you can do.
Give it another crack to be for sure.
Yeah, but
I'll be better next time.
yeah. So, and also you should note down your skills and try and use those skills in critical situations as well. Because you didn't use your uplinks spike. You did always have one secure comlink short range channel only, which could have checked to see if you could have reached the your ship. What was it called? Raven's Lament.
Raven Lamont.
Yeah. And you had environmental filters, which made not really applicable to you. You didn't use any of your weapons, which is a bit disappointing.
Just trying to save it, but that's a failed in the end anyway. So.
Oh, you fell to your death.
Yeah,
but yeah,
I kind of sealed it.
So I think I would have made several different choices. But overall, quality of the game. Would you do this again? Is this something?
I'll do it again, but it's be better next time. Now it's like a thing for me. I have to do better.
I think also this is a perfect type of game. You should be doing as a live stream, because then you could have an audience. Yeah.
Just check it and write this down. Perception check for future.
Oh, okay. Maybe we'll do a part 2. Maybe in the next episode, but we're not quite sure yet. But aside from that, dude, what else would you have done differently, do you reckon? At any point?
Well, not knowing about perception checks, I would have changed the outcome, but I'd probably analyze before I made a decision which way to go. I think the theater choice wasn't that bad, but the severed link part did mess me up.
Hmm.
Maybe I should have checked the human for signs first, but that could have led into altercation. But then I had the blade, so that's
Do you know
few things
what?
like that.
This is one of those kind of perfect games you can use while walking. I tend to kind of use this as a when I go for my kind of walks. So I like
Hmm.
to kind of stretch my legs. I try to play this game and then pick it up. And the good thing is, because it's a GPTS, you can share the model with pretty much anyone. So, yeah, if people like it, I'll put it in the description and people can try and use it for their own kind of purposes. But, great way of using AI as it's procedurally generated and you've got a really cool, interesting sci-fi story at the end of it. So, yeah.
Yep. You send me the link as well. I'll go try that for myself.
Yeah, I definitely like doing this while going for runs. All right, so let's wrap it up there, guys. This has been A and B to C dungeon run. So we're going to call this one. What should we call this one? I think we already gave it a name, didn't we? What did we call this?
Be critical failure. It's just my gosh. This is gonna be a mindful
Critical
day now.
failure.
That's the worst thing.
Okay, let's call this one. We're going to call this game Protocol Black. Yep. All right,
Fair
we're
enough.
going to call it Protocol Black. And okay, so guys, this has been A and B to C. You've been absolutely well. You watched Adrian absolutely fail at his
Hmm.
first online D&D run. It's been quite interesting to see. But
Oh
if you
god.
do like this kind of content, give us a shout, and we'll try and do more D&Ds. I think we'll probably try and start a live stream on the next one as well. So yeah, how about this? On the next episode, we'll do another D&D run, right? But we'll live stream it to see if anyone will join and give us any kind of tips or pointers or help Adrian out on his run. We'll try and run it as long as possible. All right. Any
That'll
closing
be interesting.
words?
Uh, don't do the decisions I make, and like, share, subscribe, and all that fun stuff.
Yes, guys, like, share, and subscribe. We are a growing channel and we'd like to do kind of interesting things. And as you can see, we definitely tried something interesting here today. We know that Adrian's decision-making skills are poor and he doesn't have any luck. That's what it sounds like.
Oh gosh.
But if you want to see more critical,
Damn.
if you want to see more critical decisions and critical failures and bad decision making, come here to A and B to C. We're happy to buy. So, bye everyone.
Peace.